let's hear more about this cold, Matt.
Yeah, we've got cold around this morning, Danita. We've got snow on the way tomorrow, and then we've got more cold on the way this weekend. Beyond that, things improve. Live look outside here on this Thursday morning. We look okay. We've got a little bit of haze in the atmosphere, some snow flurries out towards the east. Other than that, really no problems outside of the cold getting you started. But we've got weather impact alerts that kick into effect tomorrow. We've been tracking this all week. Widespread snow is still expected. Roads are going to get slick. In particular, that morning rush hour, we're going to keep our eye on it because the snow will be arriving during or just after the morning rush. And then that evening rush hour, to me, looks more problematic. I'll show you that here in a second. But we'll get you out the door here this morning. Bone chilling cold. We're at 2 degrees over at Hopkins right now. Dew point's -1, so that air is bone dry. Look at some of these numbers. Worcester again below 0 here this morning. Ditto that in Elyria and Medina right now. You factor in the wind, which is very, very light outside. There's not much of a wind chill factor, so your air temp is pretty much what you're dealing with in terms of what it feels like. But it is cold. We don't have any snow to speak of. A few flurries out on the east side. The bigger picture, though, shows some systems coming at us. The first one up in Wisconsin right now. You see the snow breaking out across Michigan. This will start to fade as it pushes in, but I don't think it's going to fade all the way. So as a result, I do think we'll get a few late day snow showers in here. This is really the first in 2 waves with this Clipper system. There's more energy off towards the north, and that's what will affect the area tomorrow. So clouds will be on the increase today. Can't rule out a few snow showers later on today. Again, models don't have it. I think we'll see some, especially out towards the west. Temperatures similar to yesterday. We reached 20 degrees yesterday, should reach around 21 today. Now let's talk snow on Friday. In terms of the timing of it, we're looking at widespread snow moving in for that morning rush hour or just beyond it. It's going to be a close call on that. Still thinking 2 to 4 inches, so not a huge snow, but enough to cause some problems. And then Arctic air comes back in here Friday evening, and it's going to come screaming in here. I'll show you on the map what we're thinking here. National Zymark hour-by-hour forecast. There's your increase in clouds. A few snow showers, as I mentioned, may make it in here this evening. Now, tonight, temperatures are going to stay steady right near 20, so we're not going to drop like a rock tonight. And then here you go, 6 a.m. tomorrow. Not a lot of snow yet, but as we go throughout 6, 7, 8 o'clock, we're getting into the latter half of the rush hour. That's when the snow will start to overspread the area. Not expecting a ton of snow. We may end up with an inch by the end of rush hour being over with, but overall, again, when it turns snowy during rush hour, we tend to have some problems. Snow would continue throughout the morning, then it would back off for a little bit, and then this evening round to me looks more problematic. This is with the actual Arctic front. We'll likely get a burst of snow, and then the winds are going to be howling. We're going to go from not a ton of wind with this system to 30 to 40 mile per hour winds tomorrow evening. So Friday evening for your plans and for that evening rush hour, the wind and the snow are going to hit hard. And then we're down near 0 in a couple hours after that. Bitter cold air Saturday morning, wind chills approaching -20. Really cold stuff Saturday. We'll have some lake effect snow around, otherwise sunshine outside of where that lake effect snow persists. How much snow? Still 2 to 4 is what we're thinking. We may add to it a few inches with that lake effect snow out towards the east. Overall, not a ton of snow from this, but enough to cause problems, and it's all about the timing with that morning and then especially that evening rush hour. Long ranger forecast, we jump into an interesting pattern next week. So this cold air comes in, it sticks around through Monday. So we're still with that, right? Nothing's really changed. We've had the cold for a while. But once this pushes out, we develop kind of a zonal flow, and that gets storm systems cranking again. And so as a result, we've got a couple bigger storm systems later next week. The first arrives Wednesday. Right now, it looks like it'll arrive with some rain showers. But notice how this system kind of stalls, and we develop several waves of low pressure with more systems coming up. They could bring us some ice later next week. We don't want to mess with that. Maybe some snow by next weekend briefly before we warm up again. Overall, your Union Home Mortgage 10-day forecast shows there's our weather impact alert. There's our fall in temperatures for Saturday. Sunday, still cold. And then next week, here's where I've got the mess coming in with a mix of rain over to mix over to snow, back to rain, just kind of messy next Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. We'll see how it all pans out. Model's still kind of grasping it. But overall, temperatures are going to be warmer next week. Again, up near 40 by Tuesday, and we'll take the warm up. But sometimes that comes with some messier weather. Dave?
Yeah, I am just picturing it. Thanks, Matt.